Okay, folks, listen here. Be patient and watch this whole video because it is going to make you understand what this whole twin thing is all about. Because I told you Trump is Elvis's dead twin's replacement. Trump is the replicant. Like I've shown you many times, Elvis had an identical twin who died at birth, and his name is Jesse Garone Presley. All right, and I told you my name is Garo right there, Garo, in his dead twin's name. But listen, Jesse, they spell it two different ways. It can be either with an I or without the I. All right? Because you see on the gravestone, it's with an I when they did it. And you know, interestingly enough, look at the shadow. Is this supposed to be Jesus? Because I don't get that, because that looks more like the form of Elvis, you know what I mean? What is this? But anyway, the point I'm trying to make is it's with an I here, Jesse. See, there's something going on, and I'm going to tell you why. Because look, Elvis's dad was Vernon Presley, and Elvis's grandfather was named Jesse. And here they have it with an I, okay? But on the gravestone, they have it Jesse without the I, okay? Like, so the reason I'm showing you this, that way you can understand it's either with the I or without the I when it comes to Jesse. Like I said, I'm laying the groundwork for what I'm about to show you. Okay, now listen, Elvis Aaron Presley, this is his birth certificate also. Look at this. He spells it with one A in the middle, Aron. But on Elvis's gravestone, he spells it with two A's. And let me show you why he did that, okay? Because without that extra A, it would not have equaled 216. Okay, the 216 number is very important, the 216. Because remember, Elvis is born on January 8th, which is 1-8. So there's two of them, right? Because they were twins. 1-8 and 1-8 equals 216. Okay? And this is, like I said, this is just the beginning of what I'm showing you. So right now I'm going to show you why the 216 is so important, okay? Because 216 is the first number that if you put a crown on it, watch what's going to happen once I put the letter O, which is a crown, what happens to the word 216. Okay, this is what 216 equals. Let's put the O on it. Okay, so I added the O to the 216. The O is the crown. Let's see what we get. You see what happens to the numbers? It becomes the perfect number. 243 90 333, 243 90 333, and 666. Okay? When you add the O. Anyway, let's go back to without the O. So basically what I'm saying is, so if you were to go from number 1 and add an O to number 1 and do that to every single number, the only number that with the O, with the crown, 216 equals the exact same, which is what I showed you in the last thing. All right. So 216, that's why it's so important. When you add the crown, you get that perfect number that I just showed you. Okay, now, so obviously the 216 is very important, right? Because with the crown, it becomes this perfect number, like I said. And that's why Elvis added that A to his name in the middle. That way he can get the 216, okay? And that's why August 4th is such an important day, because it's the 216th day of the year, the 216. And August 4th is the day Barack Obama was born, okay? And that's the only reason he was chosen. But there's one more reason why he was chosen to play this, to be the third wheel in this devil twins of Trump and Elvis. But see, they could have just picked anybody who was born on August 4th. But the reason they picked Barack Hussein Obama, because also his name, his full name equals 666, which I was the first one to discover years ago when I created this calculator. Anyway, so that's the second reason why Barack was chosen, besides him being born on August 4th, which is the 216th day. And of course, everyone knows this, 6 times 6 times 6 equals 216. So there's another 666 connection to the 216 number. And that's why Elvis, like I said, his name equals 216. He needed that. That's why he added the A. Now, let's put a crown on Elvis, who was known as the King. Let's put a crown on him and see what happens. Okay, now I put the crown on Elvis Aaron Presley. Now look what it equals, okay? You're not going to understand this, but let me explain it. So don't look at any numbers right now. Just look at what I tell you. So Elvis Aaron Presley with the crown, just look at these three numbers. 231, 87, 318. Now look at the number 216. Look what it equals in the back. 231, 87, 318. 231, 87, 318 for 216. And Elvis Presley with a crown equal 231, 87, 318. Okay? Now watch. So this was Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown, and it equals the backwards of 216, which I just showed you right here. 231, 87, 318. Now, let's put the O, the crown, on his dead twin, Jesse Garone Presley. Let's see what it equals. Okay. First of all, it equals 666, okay, which is super important. But look at this first row. 228, 84, 312. For 216, it's the first row. 228, 84, 312. Did you see what I just showed you? So Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown equals the back of 216. Jesse Garone Presley, Elvis's twin, with a crown, when you put the O, equals this. So it equals this and this. You see that? The twins, Elvis and his dead twin, equal 216. Are you getting that? So Jesse Garone Presley with a crown equals 228, 84, 312. 216 in the front equals 228, 84, 312. Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown equals 231, 87, 318. Which is 216 backwards. 231, 87, 318. You see that? This is Elvis's twin, and this is Elvis. And it's a 216. And if you still think that's a coincidence, remember, this is the number 216. The first number is 228, right? So Elvis died on August 16th. August 16th is the 228th day of the year. And remember, 216 equals 228. Okay? And Barack Obama, who's born on the 216th day of the year, is born on 8/4. There's your 84. And if you've been watching my videos, I told you that Elvis is connected to the 87. Next year he turns 87. And this was Elvis in the back, you see? This was his twin, but Elvis is connecting himself to all of it. Okay? And remember, Elvis died on August 16th, and he was known as the king. So you put the crown on August 16th, you get 228. You see? And August 16th is the 228th day of the year, which everything links back to 216, which is the 228th day. Which equals 228. So remember, I told you that Elvis's identical twin died at birth, and I told you there was two of them. So it's January 8th is 1818 equals 216. You know what I mean? Anyway, so they were born in 1935. Let's look that up, 1935. So now I put 1935 into the calculator. Let's see what that equals. Oh, no, not again. Look at that. It equals 228. You see what I'm saying? You think these are coincidences? You're crazy. And by the way, this whole back number right here, plus this number, equals the same as it's, Jesse Garon Presley with a crown. Look at that. The back row is the same, and this one. Only difference was these. You see? But anyway, the whole point was everything is the 228. Because 216 is the key. Because it equals 228. And also, Jesse Garon Presley with a crown equals this. And Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown equals this. It's the twins. Which is all connected to the 216. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So now, so far, everything I showed you was with Jesse being without the I. Okay, so it was Jesse, everything that I was showing you before this. So now I added the I, and the only thing I could find on this, okay, was, first of all, it equals 222, which is an important thing. And I think this is how Donald Trump steps into the picture, okay? Because I told you Donald Trump is Elvis's dead twin's replacement. So just remember this number, 222-87309. The year Trump was born, 1946, has that exact same number as the Jesse Garon Presley, but Jesse with the I. So it has it has the 87, which I told you is connected to the Elvis next year. When he turns 87, Elvis. And then the 84 is the 216th day of the year, 84. I told you, and 84 is the day Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday, 84. And I told you Trump was born on June 14th, 614, right? And if you put 6 times 14 into the calculator, you get 84, you see? Because I told you that's the day Trump gets his head wound, 84, on Obama's birthday. And like I said, Elvis's dad's name is Vernon. And, that connects to Washington because, George Washington used to live in Mount Vernon. And I told you Elvis, he's going to manifest in Seattle, Washington. You know what I mean? It's all connected, all this. And so Vernon was looking for Elvis's twins replacement, right? And that's where Trump came in, like I said. So Vernon Presley was born on April 10th, okay? 1916, April 10th. So if you were to go from April 10th forward to Trump's birthday, not the year, just the dates, April 10th to June 14th, which is Trump's birthday, Vernon Presley to Trump's birthday, it's 66 days. And why is that important? Because twin equals 66. And I told you that Vernon was searching for Elvis's twin, and this connects to Vernon Presley's birthday. So this is the twin he needed, the 66 number, which I just showed that from Vernon Presley's birthday to Trump's birthday is 66 days, which is the twin number. And interestingly enough, if you go from Trump's birthday, June 14th, to April 10th, which is Vernon Presley's birthday, is 666 days. You see? Another connection to each other with the 666 and all that other stuff. And June, I told you, is the 66th month. And June is also the 666th month. And June is also the 6th month. You know what I mean? Everything was the 6. That's why they chose Trump. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound. And 6 times 14 equals 84. And 84 is Obama's birthday, the 216th day of the year, which is the day Trump gets his head wound. And that's why from Vernon Presley's birthday, the day he was born in 1916 to the exact day that Trump is born, it's 11,022 days. It's the 1122 number. And why is this important? First of all, it connects to George Washington because Washington's birthday, he has 2 birthdays, Washington. One is 211 and the other one is 222. So it's the 1122 connection. And also, that's the day that JFK was killed, 1122. And I told you Trump's going to get his head wound. Do you understand? These are not coincidences. And JFK was born on May 29th, 1 year after Vernon Presley. But May 29th, so pay attention, May 29th, look right here, May 29th is the 149th day of the year. And it leaves 216 days in the year, okay? And the 216th day of the year is August 4th, the day Trump gets his head wound. So JFK's birthday is the backwards birthday of August 4th. You see that? And look, the numbers look like 614. Trump's birthday is 614, right? It's if you turn the 9 upside down, it would be 614. You know, everything's connected, I told you. So August 4th backwards is JFK's birthday, 529. And August 4th is the day Trump gets his head wound, and JFK is the one who got the head wound. And that's why you see these ridiculous coincidences that Vernon Presley's birthday, the day he's born, to Trump's birthday, the day he's born, is 11,022 days. 1122 is the date JFK was assassinated. I told you Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4. 8/4 is the backwards of JFK's birthday, 529. Okay? And remember, June is 6 months. 6 times 14 equals 84. 8/4 is the day Trump gets his head wound on Obama's birthday. And I told you everything's connected to George Washington. George Washington became a master mason on August 4th, 1753. I told you August 4th, the 216th day of the year. It's all connected. You know, George Washington, look where he was born. Westmoreland, he was born. And look, where Washington was born, Westmoreland, Virginia, it's 804 area code too. Can you believe this, man? But it's, you know, it's a bunch of other counties too, but it's still Westmoreland, Virginia, where he was born, 804. Look, it's even got those numbers that I talk about. Trump's going to get his head wound on 8/4 next year, 22. Like I said, Trump is Elvis's replacement. It's all about the twins, and this is why the Twin Towers went down. It was a ritual for Elvis, okay? And I've proven that by the numbers. Because remember, how many times have I shown you this? From Elvis's birthday, the day he was born, to 9/11 in 2001, the day the towers came down, it was 66 years, 8 months, 4 days. And 66 equals the word twin, and 8/4 is the 216th day of the year. Do you understand? 8/4, the numbers. And 8/4 is Obama's birthday. Or you can make it 800 months and 4 days. Again, with the 8/4, and you have 2 O's, which is the 2 crowns for Elvis and Trump. You understand? These are impossible coincidences. So I have one more important thing to show you, but first, let me just recap. So remember, the 216th day of the year is August 4th. That's why it's important, which is Barack's birthday. But the number 216 is what's important, okay? Not because it has nothing to do with Obama. He's just a piece of the puzzle, okay, that Elvis and Trump needed. Anyway, 216, this is what it equals, okay? And I told you when you put Elvis Aaron Presley with an O, which is the crown, and you look at this first row, 231, 87, 318, it equals the backwards of 216. So Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown equals this exact numbers right here only, which connects to the 216. And if you put Jesse Garone Presley, Elvis's dead twin, with a crown, you put the O. You look at this first number, it's 228, 84, 312, which equals 216 in the front. You understand? This is what I showed you earlier. I'm just recapping before I show you the last new information. So, Jesse Garone Presley, Elvis's twin, with a crown, it equals the front of 216, the forward numbers, and the backwards numbers, Elvis Aaron Presley with a crown. This is what it equals. You understand how ridiculous this is? And it all is connected to the 216. Yeah, so remember, Jesse can be spelled without the I or with the I, according to what, his name was. All right, so let's spell it with the I real quick. Just look at this forward number, 67, 22, 89. Just remember that. It has the same numbers as Elvis in the front. Look at that, 67, 22, 89. Can you believe that? So here's something interesting. So if you put, Jesse spelled like this, without the I, Jesse Garone Presley, Elvis Aaron Presley, and 216. Look at this. You get 900 and 999. Look at that. All nines on the bottom right there. So remember, earlier I was showing you all the connections without the I. Okay, now you're going to see why Jesse is spelled with the I. Okay, earlier all the connections I was showing you was the Jesse without the I. But watch this big connection. So if you put Jesse with the I, Garone Presley, Elvis Aaron Presley, and the 216, because the 216 was connected to the two of them, look what it equals. Look at this number, will you? 666. All right? And if you saw my videos from a few videos back, I was telling you about the 738, which is connected to next year. All right? Look at this, 666. Now you see why they spelled it with the I, because they're confusing it. They needed it without the I and with the I. Just like Elvis Aaron Presley was spelled with the A, with two A's and with one A. All right? Whatever way makes it work, that's what they're using. This is ridiculous, man. Have you ever seen anything like this? Come on, man. And I showed you all the connections with the 216. So remember, I just showed you these three with and it equals 666. Now look, I added a crown to each one of them. The triple crown right here to these three things. And look what you get. Look at that. 711. And if you watch, like I said, my videos, I told you how the 666 connected to the thank heaven for 711. Okay? These are not coincidences. Like I said, folks, everything is about destroying the twin. Like I said, on Elvis's birthday was 1/8. There was two of them. One of them died. 1/8 equals 216. And the day Trump gets his head wound is on Obama's birthday, 8/4, which is the 216th day of the year. And in the UK, they write the date first and the month in the back. So you just switch it around. It's 8, the day 8, month first. Look what it does. It becomes 16-2, 162. And what is the 162nd day of the year? June 11th is the 162nd day of the year, which is the day I'm telling you that Seattle gets struck, has a catastrophic event, and somehow Elvis manifests, okay? All right, it has something to do with the Seattle Space Needle, everything too. But anyway, what I just showed you with those numbers, when I was showing you the 1 and the 8 and the 8 and the 1, it connected to the 216 and the 116. I mean, 216 and the 162, which is this. So it connects to June 11th and August 4th, which is the 216th day of the year. What I was showing you here. Or like this. Now watch what I show you here. January 8th, that's what I was just showing you, the 1-8. January 8th, the day Elvis was born and the day Elvis's twin died. Okay? First of all, look at this number right here. 147, 66, 213. August 4th, the 216th day of the year, has that number backwards. 147, 66, 213. Look at that. And yeah, if you've been watching my videos, the 228 was what I was showing earlier, but forget about that right now. It's just that this number is in the back for August 4th, and January 8th, the day Elvis is born, it's in the front. Now, what I'm about to show you, okay, I'm going to put a crown on January 8th, okay? And what I'm about to show you only happens to one other date, and that's April 11th. I went through every single date, starting from January 1st all the way to December 31st. And what I'm about to show you only happens on January 8th and April 11th. April 11th equals the exact same as January 8th when it comes to what I'm about to show you. So remember, April 11th equals the exact same as January 8th. Every single number is the same. So what I'm about to put is a crown on January 8th. It's going to equal the exact same as this also. And oh, the reason I'm showing you this, before I show you the crown thing, June 11th, on the old Roman calendar, not the Julian calendar, the old Roman calendar, the 6th month is actually the 4th month, April 11th. 6/11 would be 4/11, April 11th. Anyway, let me get to the point. So I'm going to put a crown on January 8th. Like I said, when I put this crown on it, when you see the numbers, the only numbers that do this with the crown is January 8th and April 11th. Okay, so now I put the crown on January 8th, which is Elvis's birthday, the twin 1818 thing, right? So, well, look what it equals. Look at this. 162 forwards, 216 backwards. Are you understanding what I'm showing you? The 162nd day of the year is June 11th. 216th day of the year is August 4th. You see that? And June 11th is when Elvis returns. August 4th is when Trump gets his head wound. It's all connected to January 8th with the crown. Do you see that? I mean, is this unbelievable or what, man? And like I said, this is the only date when you put a crown on it does it have this numbers. Okay? Only one with the crown I'm talking about. April 11th and January 8th. And I told you, everything is about the 16. 16 two times. 2 times 16. The 16. I told you, it's all about the PP. P is the 16th letter. So you get 2 P's. The PP is 1616. And the word P, P-E-E, it equals 26, 17, 55, 10. It equals the exact same as the word God. God equals 26, 17, 55, 10. Exactly the same as the word PEE. So if you have two PEEs, the PP, get it? That means it's two gods. And that means the Antichrist, because there is only one God. You understand? This is what they're trying to do, the PP. And that's why I've shown you this 100 times with the PP is the 1616. That when you take Elvis's birthday, January 8th, and go forward 16 days, 1,616 days, which is the 1616, it lands on June 11th. 6/11, I told you, is the day that Elvis manifests after a catastrophic event in Seattle. What is the chance that 1616 is the PP number? And it lands on June 11th. Do you understand what I'm telling you?